Jose Manuel Geneco did not accept the charges after his capture. This is information that this news agency learned after the capture of the person allegedly responsible for the death of his wife, Maria Mercedes Geneco.
Homicide, illegal possession of weapons, falsification of private documents, and concealment of evidence are the crimes for which the liar Jose Manuel Geneco will have to answer, who was captured over the weekend in the municipality of Valle del Cauca, apparently for his alleged involvement in the murder of his spouse. According to preliminary information, the liar was presented before a judge of control of guarantees as to the alleged responsible for the murder of his wife, Maria Mercedes Geneco, who died on October 6 of 2021 by a gunshot. It should be recalled that at the time, the first version of the crime pointed to an alleged robbery of the couple's residence located in the Pepper Hill sector, also known as the Radar, in which the apparent assailants were surprised by Mercedes Geneco and allegedly shot at her. It should be noted that the recent information on the case have been handled with total secret by the authorities, who at the time of this broadcast have not issued any official communication to this news agency. However, national media outlets report that today the prosecutor office requested that Geneco be placed in jail, since the technical evidence apparently showed that it was not a robbery, but that the victim was shot at a distance of 1 meter and 20 centimeters. The charges were not accepted by the defendant.
Authorities are monitoring and following up the tropical depression that is in the Caribbean Sea and could be affecting La Guajira at this moment, generating abundant rainfall after being a tropical depression and possible tropical storm.
In the afternoon of today, the session of the Departmental Council of Risk Management was held in the departmental government. The local authorities, along with DEAM, monitor the changes of the tropical cyclone that is in the Caribbean Sea, verifying that for the department, the warning alert continues, where possibly for the next few days, a direct or indirect impact is expected on the archipelago after the possible passage of this natural phenomenon.
Basado en este comunicado, queremos aclararle a la comunidad.
Based on this communique, we want to clarify to the community that we are still talking about a tropical depression, possibly tropical storm that is being maintained in the Colombian Caribbean. However, for the archipelago of San Andres and Providence, it has not yet been determined whether it is a hurricane or not. The forecasts are indicating that it may possibly form into a hurricane, but in the meeting we had today, the IDIAM's monitoring informs us that at this moment it has lowered a little the intensity and the trajectory, meaning that when it reaches the coast of the archipelago, it may affect us as a tropical storm. It is forecast issued by the IDIAM. However, we as authorities are continued with the same recommendations. We have to pay attention and be attentive to the reports issued by the authorities, IDIAM, DEMAR. We should not be creating panic among the community with the message threads that misinform.
It is important that the community takes preventive actions following the recommendations issued by the authorities before the eventual passage of any natural phenomenon through the archipelago. Likewise, the call is for citizens to be attentive to official warnings from the authorities and not to message threads that circulate through social networks that may misinform and generate panic among the population.
And Congresswoman Elizabeth J. Pan showed concern to her social networks about the weather conditions that could occur in the coming days. J. Pan extended the invitation to all the community to take the necessary precautions in the event of any emergency.
Aprovecho esta oportunidad para hacer un llamado.
I want to embrace this opportunity to make a call to the entire community. We need to follow all the protocols that are being provided at this time by the departmental and national government regarding the measures that we, the inhabitants of this archipelago, must take.
Japan emphasized the importance of the measures to be taken as a family and as a community to keep informed and aware of all the official announcements and to spread the word so that the information reach every corner of the archipelago.
Necesitamos seguir todo lo.
We need to have all the precautions. We need to have our individual kits so that we can take care of any situation. We need to have flashlights. We need to have canned goods. We need to have duplicates of our documents.
The representative did not discount the fact that many homes have been in poor condition since 2020 during the passage of Hurricane Iota through the department, and today have not had the opportunity to receive assistance. Likewise, she made reference to the shelters that the departmental government has appointed. She encouraged people to become used to them if necessary, especially those who have not received help and who are suffering from the poor condition of their homes.
The departmental government has set up shelters if necessary during the passage of the tropical storm.
Joseph Martinez, the coordinator of the Risk Management Unit, announced shelters that have been set up in case of an emergency in the department.
Is the Cerebia, the Forso School, the Vive de Hidal, the Bolivariano School, the Flowers Hill School, the St. Francis of Assisi Church by Father Marcelino, the Philip Beaton School. That is, if your house or a neighbor's house is not safe.
The whole community should evaluate the structure of their homes and identify possible nearby shelters.
Everyone should evaluate the structural conditions of their house to see if they serve as temporary shelter. If not, it is important to evaluate the possibility of going to a relative's house, and if not, then go to a neighbor's house. In case you do not have any of these three, the option is to go to a shelter that is arranged by the departmental government.
It is important that the community always has an emergency kit with essential elements for any eventuality that may occur in the archipelago. All these measures are a precaution in case of any natural phenomenon that directly or indirectly affects the department.
Delays in mobility occurred in the afternoon hours of the street in the Sun Bay neighborhood due to a blockage by the community that requests a solution to problems present in the sector.
Inhabitants of the Sound Bay and Upper Hill sector are holding a day of protest by blocking the ring road that connects the south with the north of the island. The reasons for the blockade, according to the community, are the lack of delivery of materials for the inhabitants affected by Hurricane Iota, as well as delays in the roadworks being undertaken by the administration.
Well, our reason for blocking the road this evening is because we have a situation with the road and command mash up over 3-4 months. That wasn't the agreement. The agreement was to broke and fix. And this is the time where they broke and then gone and nobody no come back home because say nothing. You go and talk, you call, we have a chat where we put the message them part and they don't report nothing.
Estamos haciendo este bloque masivo por.
We are doing this massive blockade because we are affected and they have not given us any eternity. Material that they are giving away to the people, and that is why we are protesting. It is getting to certain people that they supposedly say they are affected, but to those of us who are and really are in need, we are not seeing these type of materials.
The situation caused delays in vehicular mobility as well as difficulties in the movement of tourists and residents. The blockade was attended by the Ombudsman's Office, Risk Management Unit, and the Secretary of Mobility, acting as Interim Governor Luis Viloria.
Let's get into dialogue with the community to see what solution we can come up with in a timely manner.
Estamos dando la cara en el sentido de.
We are showing our face in the sense that the engineer, Joseph Martinez, is telling the community that these materials are for the people affected by the Hurricane Eta who are in the Edan census. It is a critical issue where we are trying to link more staff. Here we are with the community, talking to the community, and I have already asked the secretaries to come so that we can face the community.
At the time of this broadcast, the blockade continues on the Ring Road at the Sound Bay and Pepper Hill sectors.
And in our department, there will be a socialization about the entrance examination to the diplomatic and consular career. We'll tell you all about this process.
San Andres is one of the territories where the written test of the diplomatic and consular career entrance examination will be present. For this reason, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs through its Diplomatic Academy will conduct 2 outreach activities to be held on July 8th from 8 in the morning in the main auditorium of the government facilities and from 4 p.m. at the Infotech. This merit-based competition is public and seeks to select up to 40 professionals to join the Colombian Foreign Service. The written test of the public merit-based competition for the admission of the diplomatic and consular career will be held in person on Saturday, October 1st of this year in full compliance with the biosecurity protocols required due to the pandemic situation. The requirement for this diplomatic career are be Colombian and not have dual nationality, possess an officially recognized university degree issued by an educational institution. All professional degrees are accepted. To present a language certificate, the diplomatic use at level B2 or its equivalent according to the Common European Framework or Reference for Language and Resolution 18035 of September 21st of 2021 issued by the Ministry of Education, not be disqualified to hold public office or had been suspended for the exercise of his or her profession.
Teleislas News regret the death of a 26-year-old woman in events that occurred in the early morning of yesterday, Monday, June 27th, in the Cove Hill sector.
As Angie Castro Mendoza was identified, the young woman who died in the morning of June 27 in a road crash in the Cove sector. According to the police report, the young woman was apparently driving while intoxicated and lost control of her motorcycle. She was taken to the hospital but unfortunately lost her life.
Lamentamos.
We regret as National Police the death in a traffic accident of an inhabitant of the island the night before. We send our condolences to her family and relatives.
Through social networks, family, friends, and acquaintances remember her as a cheerful and sociable person. With messages of sorrow, they say goodbye to her. The police institution also informs that 4 other traffic accidents occurred during the weekend. For this reason, they invite the community to be aware and avoid drinking while consuming intoxicating beverage.
And now it's time for Sport News with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. A thrilling match won by the team from San Luis against the team from town in the Under-22 tournament of baseball.
A thrilling and vibrant game was played between the San Luis and the town teams at the Wellingworth Mays Stadium. The game began with the San Luis team winning 2-0 in the first innings, a score that was later reversed by the town team 4-2. But in the fourth inning, a sensational home run by shortstop Storm Brown, which flew over the left field fence and drove in 3 runs to bring the San Luis team back 5-4 to even the series and extending the series to one more game of the baseball final that will be played in the coming week. This is what Storm Brown told us.
Fue un partido, como ustedes pueden ver, apretado.
It was a tight game with a lot of rivalry between the teams. They were up 1-0 in the series. We started winning 2-0. They went up and were leading the score. I had the opportunity to take a very important turn for the team. There were 2 outs with men on first and second. I was waiting for my pitch, a fastball. A fastball, always a fastball, with which he always challenged me, and I stood up to it. Thank God it was a home run, and that's how we won. We are going to be fighting to win the next game. I was only thinking about a good contact to score, even if it was a run. I wasn't thinking about the home run. The home run happened by itself, and thank God it came out and we got it. For the San Andreas baseball fans to come out and support us. There's a lot of talent here on the island. There are many good kids. I am here supporting them. I played what I have to play, but I am here supporting them. Don't just see them at home. Come here. Here we have a very good family atmosphere, and here we are our family, so that the community can come and enjoy themselves.
The next game of the final will be exciting, where the teams will give their best, looking for the title of this departmental baseball tournament, said Brown.
And on another scenario, a true party experienced the fans of Nacional in San Andres.
The professional soccer final was played with great joy in the streets and different establishments in San Andres. The fans experienced it as a true carnival, a joyful party expressed by fans from different departments who joined in celebrating and the true passion of soccer. Nacional was crowned champion of Colombian professional soccer after defeating Deportes Lima with a header goal in the extra minute that brought great joy to their fans. This is what Michael Amor said.
We suffered, but that's not enough. That's the team we love. That's the team that goes through until the end. But tonight, it is the until the end. Suffering but enjoyable. And next to many people from different parts, that shows that is a great team that has fans in many parts. So let's live it and enjoy it.
Darwin Davidia is a Caleño fan.
It is very nice to celebrate this championship here in the islands by the sea. The views of the green palm trees. It is spectacular.
From Medellin, Pablo Rendon.
You can only breathe tranquility and happiness. This is wonderful. Nacional here in San Andres is the greatest team there can be.
And from Bogota, Steven Rojas.
San Andres belongs to Nacional. It is an island that I did not know. Today I realized that San Andres belongs to Nacional totally.
This is Allen Sports for tonight. We will see you on another broadcast. We continue with Lisa.
Thank you, Victor. And with sport news, we reach to the end of our broadcast. We see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more of Teleislas news. Good night.